a thing you just pulled off, Commander. Curing the genophage? I never thought I'd see the day.
Rex has agreed to help the Turians, Admiral. We should get their full support.
I take it that leaves the Solarians out of the equation.
The cost of their support was too high, sir.
Well,
Way
I'll defer
too
to your
damn
judgment
high.
on that, Commander. Let's hope we don't need them. Hackett, out.
I would not betray a friend.
Commander, Urdnot Rex has begun sending troops to Palaven. You kept your end of the bargain, and now I'll keep mine. The Turian hierarchy will stand with humanity against the Reapers.
I'm glad we can help each other out. It's the only way we're gonna defeat the Reapers.
That much is certain. To that end, several dry dock ships are ready to help build the Crucible. Garrus will coordinate them.
Yes, sir.
And when the time comes to deploy it, the full measure of our fleet will be there for Earth. May the spirits watch over us all.
Amen to that.
I'll start managing Turian support right away, Shepard. You must be exhausted. Morden dying, it can't be easy.
I'll sleep when I'm dead.
We both know you need a clear head to win a war. There's no room for mistakes here. You should catch some shut-eye. I'll make sure Joker doesn't launch any suicide missions.
I appreciate that.
Anything happens, you let me know.
Shepard, excellent timing. Good to have you here. No apologies. Everything was right. Hope you do the same if necessary.
This is a Bed of Dreams mod. Oh god. This is how they should have done it.
Victory at any cost.
See? I mean, because you're not just losing, not losing just your kid, you're losing so many others that you might have saved. Morden.
Someone else might have gotten it wrong.
Don't ask why the mods decide to say that he should be like that. That
It's open.
doesn't make sense.
Shepard, there's something you need to hear.
All right.
Is this a bad time?
Thinking of some friends who aren't around thanks to this war.
Yeah.
That's thanks to the Reapers, not you. Are you thinking about anyone in particular?
Caden, back on Vermeer. He died buying us time to defeat Sovereign. Seeing what we're up against now, you might think his sacrifice was in vain.
You know Caden would never think that.
Yeah. That's one more reason I miss him. Didn't you have something for me?
The Solarian Counselor has an urgent matter.
Let me guess. He called the comm room?
The Council must be taking the Crucible seriously. I'll see you downstairs.
Commander, there is something we should discuss if you are finished rewriting history.
Get
I made
over
my
it.
decision, Counselor. There's not much anyone can do about it now.
Yes. We're going to have billions more Krogan in the galaxy. It's a good thing you saved my life once, Shepard. Otherwise, well,
Get over it.
I have concerns about humanity's representative, Counselor Udina.
That's a good friend too.
My agents have discovered that he's using his authority to move vast sums of money. For what purpose? We're not sure.
If Adina's dirty, it's best we get to the bottom of it fast.
Agreed. Come to the Citadel. We will review the evidence and discuss this in private. Valorn out.
Commander, Admiral Hackett's available on VidCom.
Commander Shepard, something you need to talk about?
What's our state of readiness, Admiral?
We're doing well, Commander. We're hitting the enemy hard, inflicting damage, and disappearing before they have a chance to do the same to us. I'm pleased to say our order of battle was the correct strategy. Now let's just stick to it.
In the original game, that would actually be different because you have to do multiplayer in order to increase your galactic readiness. The more multiplayer matches you complete, the higher your galactic readiness will be for the game, but you have to occasionally go back to do it in order to keep it up. You have to go back and to do multiplayer in order to keep the readiness up. And his line will change depending on it. The galactic readiness won't go in Mass Effect 3, the original Mass Effect 3. The galactic readiness will not go below 50%. It will. That's the lowest it will be. It go to from 50% to 100%. And his dialogue here will change depending on where it is.
Do you know how the other races are doing against the Reapers?
Believe it or not, the Turians and Krogan actually seem to be getting along. Urdnot Rex has deployed troops, and they're giving the Reapers a moment of pause. The Solarians are still hanging on to Sirkesh, but the Reapers are starting to breathe down their necks too.
What about the Asari?
They have to be feeling the heat. The Reapers are moving fast with the obvious intent of taking Thessia. Interestingly, the Reapers are leaving Parnak alone. It's the Yog homeworld.
Can't say that I blame them. Yog have teeth.
I was about to say the
If
same
we
thing.
lose this war, it might be them running the next cycle. It's easy to forget the Reapers don't destroy every species.
Yeah.
Just the ones who can threaten them. What happened to the Batarians?
Never stood a chance, hit by the Reapers straight out of the gate. And without any allies to call on, I think the Batarians are history.
Have we heard anything from the Quarians or Geth?
I mean,
Something might be brewing near the Geth border, but our intel is sketchy. News is getting harder to come by as things get worse.
Any word on the Volus and Elcor?
The Turians and the Krogan sent forces to the Volus homeworld, Irun. It might not be enough, but at least they've got Reaper forces bogged down in a nasty ground war. As for Elcor, they're still in the fight, though our projections show the Reapers encroaching on their territory soon.
Do you know anything about the Hanar and Drell?
Their luck is holding. For now, the Reapers have avoided a direct invasion of that sector. Though we've heard Drell wetwork teams are mobilizing fast to shore up their border with the Solarians.
I knew it, Drell. The Reapers don't want to tangle with them.
yeah.
What about the extra help we picked up along the way?
The Krogan and Turians have obviously been a big help. Urdnot Rex running the show is a bonus for us. And that female Krogan you rescued is rallying more support from the other clans. I'm glad you disabled that mom in Tachanka. We could have lost a lot of Krogan support as it is. We picked up some Turian troops.
Good to hear. What about the Rachni?
I wouldn't have believed it, but the Rachni are helping us build the Crucible.
You're kidding.
Turns out they have a knack for weapons of mass destruction. In hindsight, I guess they'd know a thing or two about waging a galactic war.
No problems with them then?
Other than scaring the hell out of our engineers, no. Not a lot of small talk going on there.
How about the Solarians?
Interesting wrinkle. We've been getting back channel commitments from the strike teams within STG. They're promising to back us.
Good.
Even after I cured the genophage?
Our intel suggests there are cracks developing between the military and the politicians.
Good.
These STG guys know the score. They're not going to jeopardize the entire Solarian Union just because some Delatras didn't get her way.
Good. That's one of the things I don't like about politics. They'll be too pointless bickering about something that they can't see, that they won't be able to get past it for the greater good.
What about Aria's mercenaries?
Aria Talok, there's someone I never thought we'd be in bed with. The blood pack will be useful and violent. Mostly Vorcha, I hear. We'll put the Blue Suns to good use. Intel says Narner Vosk is bringing his men, and that they're gunning for a fight. The Eclipse are providing troops and mechs. When we find a Reaper soft spot, they'll help us hit it. Don't want to know how you got Aria's cooperation, but whatever you did, it was worth it.
Nothing more, sir.
Keep me posted. Hack it out.
Chief Engineer Adams would like to speak with you down in engineering. Look at that galaxy map. Do you know how many strategy games are built from that interface?
You play strategy games?
A few. Most are too flashy, though. I prefer chess. I have a set made from rose quartz and hematite back home. I like the feel of something solid in my hands.
Well, now that I know your weakness, we may have to try a game.
It'd be more fun than playing Edie. Edie doesn't sweat.
You sweat playing chess?
Depends on how much fun we're having. The Turians have given us top-level access to their combat data. Their ships are already moving in to help the Alliance fleet. You actually secured a Krogan-Turian alliance. It's one thing to hear about Commander Shepard. It's another to see him in action.
Thanks.
Commander?
I do too, yes. I do too. Actually, no. Actually, bitch, no. He sacrificed his life to, basically, fuck, I just had the word. Defying my orders. I was basically telling him not to go. I was telling him don't. But he ignored it and went over. I remember you. The Krogan Tonka.
Everything okay, Shepard?
You think that cure they dispersed could do anything to us? We're not gonna start growing scales or anything, right?
No, was too good for that.
Maybe now that we have the Krogan on board, we can go back to fighting the Reapers. I was looking at the specs on that Reaper you took out on Tuchanka. That was one of the small ones? Don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
it's still dead, but damn. There was nothing small about it.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate thing. That was one of the small ones.
Hey,
Out of all the Reaper forces, I'm probably going to keep that. Out of all the Reaper forces, that was one of the smaller ones.
Genophage cure, huh? This beats the hell out of reporting on the Milgram City Council.
I don't think I've heard of Milgram. Which planet is that again?
Beckenstein. It's right next door to the Citadel. I'm a colony kid. Commander, got a minute?
What do you want to know?
You've just implemented a cure for the genophage. Millions of Krogan will start fighting the Reapers. What do you say to people who think humanity is starting another Rachni War and Krogan rebellions?
It's easy to remember the worst of Krogan history, but you also need to remember the best.
Meaning?
The Krogan were heroes once, and they want to be heroes again. We're giving them that chance.
Are you aware that Clan Urdnot is already petitioning the Council for an embassy and rights to a colony world?
Personally, I would have helped.
The Krogan are coming to the aid of a council homeworld.
I
That's more
wouldn't
than a
help
lot
with
of
that.
species can say. I helped them get the genophage cure. Anything more is between the council and the Krogan.
There it is, straight from Commander Shepard. Until tomorrow, this is Diana Allers. Good night and stay strong. Okay, I'll cut that together with the rest of the segment and send it to Command for approval.
Thanks, Diana.
Edie doesn't pilot the Normandy, she is the Normandy.
No, she's a passenger in the Normandy, just like us. The ship was a spacefaring vessel before Edie even existed.
Engineer Donnelly is correct. The Normandy SR-2 was completely spaceworthy prior to my installation.
See, Edie agrees with me.
Edie's mind and the Normandy are a whole entity now. You
Yes.
couldn't just move the processors in the AI core to another ship.
Engineer Adams is correct. Processes that contribute to my self-awareness are spread throughout the ship.
See? Edie agrees with me.
But unlike Edie, our brains couldn't have existed without our bodies.
That is a requisite for being organic. You have to look beyond that limited definition of life.
Joker pilots the Normandy. He doesn't take over Edie's body when he does that. When Edie controls the ship, she's piloting, just like Joker.
Edie can direct the Normandy with her thoughts. She sees, hears, and feels through the ship's sensor arrays. The Normandy is her body.
I've seen Edie's body, and its curves are a fine sight better than the Normandy's hull.
So what do you think, Edie?
Are we more than our thoughts?
I'm done. Any more of this and my head's gonna explode.
Commander, remember the problem I mentioned? About a core overload possibly venting into the engineering compartment?
Yeah.
Daniels, Donnelly, Edie, and I have been brainstorming and comparing notes.
You see, the venting occurs when IES sinks are in a back cycle at the same moment the main core is at peak draw, such as from sustained kinetic.
What Kenneth means to say is that we're pretty sure we can make the system safer.
We just need a GX-12 thermal pipe. Unfortunately, we're cut off from Alliance supply chains. Could you keep an eye out for one the next time you're on the Citadel, Commander? I've got the specs right here.
Are these modifications really necessary?
It's a safety issue, not exactly critical. Under extreme conditions, like heavy bombardment to the kinetic barriers while traveling at peak flight speeds, plasma can vent into this compartment.
It would vaporize anyone standing in this room.
That sounds more serious than just a safety issue.
Yeah.
Well, under those conditions, odds are you're about to lose the entire ship anyway.
But we want every advantage we can get, right?
Right.
I'll look for one next time we go to the Citadel.
Thanks, Commander.
Commander.
You settling in, Javik?
I believe some of the crew wishes to be my friend. That is not my purpose here. Also, I find I need to wash my hands. The residue of the ship is strong.
How so?
I have been exploring. There are traces of those who lived on the Normandy before. I detected a human female. Her genetic structure was unnatural, as if artificially created.
Sounds like Miranda.
And a Drell. There was illness in him.
Thane.
And a Krogan who lived in these quarters. He was undergoing a metamorphosis. His memories were confused, not organic to his mind. There was great confusion and turmoil.
I still can't wrap my head around that. Reading information like you do.
For my people, it was as natural as breathing.
Evolution's an amazing force.
Our scientists believed it was the only force in the galaxy that mattered. They called it the cosmic imperative. The strong flourished, the weak perished. The governments of your cycle seem concerned with ensuring the survival of all.
Was this imperative just your scientist's opinion? Or did they prove something we don't know?
The universe had already proven it. They only had to look around.
And saw what exactly?
Extinction is the rule of law in the cosmos, the natural order of things. The weakest species are doomed.
It's the duty of the strong to protect the weak. Otherwise, we'd have anarchy.
But those who had nothing to offer would be eliminated.
So conflict should be a way of life?
Evolution demands it. The strong grow stronger by dominating the weak. It is for the greater good of all.
I respect you, Javik.
Though I do not think your Asari approves of my beliefs.
I don't agree with a lot of what you say.
Liara? I think she just had a different idea about what Protheans were like.
Everyone did.
We are all a product of our time. Had I been born in this cycle, perhaps I would be the noble scholar she wishes me to be.
You think you'd like that? It's a whole different line of work.
I wouldn't know. Living a life of constant war. Taking life in every battle.
Yeah.
I see how it could be tough to see outside the box.
It is the only box I have known. It shapes me, as stone is shaped by the one who carves it. The stone has no choice in the form it will take. You and I, Commander. War is our sculptor, and we are prisoners to its design.
Maybe not much longer. We win this, and we'll both be set free.
Yeah. I haven't heard anything about Mass Effect 4, but I'm gonna keep a reasonable doubt. But my main question is, since the Reapers are destroyed, who's gonna be the big bad for Mass Effect 4? Andromeda is not Mass Effect 4. BioWare's trailer for the next Mass Effect said Mass Effect 4. Andromeda is more like an offshoot of Mass Effect. Still a good game. It had potential. It had potential. My next playthrough will be of Andromeda, because it's the 4th game.
You have killed a Reaper. I would like to have seen it. No matter. There will be more.
Plenty more.
Yes. A difficult fight remains. I have heard about the offer the Solarians made. I would have accepted it, and not told the Krogan. Morality and friendship do not matter now. Your allies are simply resources to use against the Reapers.
Like I said, I respect you. You're a great soldier. I just don't like some of the choices you would make. I would not betray my friends, even in time of war.
If the Krogan seek retribution for the past, do not waste time on sterility plagues. Destroy them where they stand. In the meantime, they are useful cannon fodder against the Reapers. Do not care what others think. Do what you must.
That's what I am doing.
Do not care what others think. Do what you must.
Anything between those two? No. Okay. I did not know this, but one time when I came down, when I was playing the original Mass Effect, I actually had those two start a relation. I actually encouraged those two to start a relationship. It requires constant going down to the engineering deck in between missions. Constant.
I'm glad to see we have Garrus back. I wanted to help with his scars, but I think he actually likes them. Good to see you, Commander.
Can't blame him. I like my scars. Edie?
What are you up to now?
I am uploading data on the destroyed Reaper to the Turians. They are investigating possible Reaper structural weakness. Our data says Reaper capital ships such as Sovereign are of unique design. However, smaller Reaper destroyers bear similarities.
That one was small.
Relatively, yes. Ground attack ships are only 160 meters in height. Sovereign was approximately 2 kilometers.
Well, keep talking to the Turians. If there's a chink in the Reaper's armor, we all need to know it.
Yes, we all need.
Hello, Shepard.
We all need that. Make it so much fucking easier for us. Oh wait, no, Garrus ain't there.
Any sign of life?
The Reaper destroyed by the Thresher Maw appears to be completely inert, Doctor. We would need to send in teams to be sure.
Out of the question. Tell the Krogan to stay away.
Yes, because I encountered a quote-unquote dead Reaper that was still alive, barely. It put its own kinetic barriers up. It drove the Cerberus crew insane and turned them all into husks and scions. Do not trust a dead Reaper. More health.
The genophage cured. The Krogan have no reason to hold back now, do they?
No.
Rex knows what he's doing, but can he keep the Krogan in check? Or will this be the start of another Krogan empire?
No, I trust Rex. He won't let that happen.
Eve's organizing the female Krogan. She reminds
Bakara.
me of some of the more formidable matriarchs I've known. The Krogan won't let themselves fall by the wayside again. Not like they did after the rebellions. We'll have to get used to them having a bigger part in the galaxy.
Yes. Honestly, I would love, the way I see it, eventually, far in the future, here's the council members. Of course, we got the main three from Mass Effect 1. Sorry, Turians, Solarians. Then we got the ones from Mass Effect 2 and 3, humans. Then we got the Quarians and the Krogan. Personally, I would love it if there were the Geth as part of the council in the future.
At your service.
That's my personal headcanon of the future.
Unread messages at your private terminal, Commander.
Hope is on. This is beautiful.
All right, my turn. What's the first order an Alliance commander gives at the start of combat?
I give up.
Correct.
All right, big guy. What do you call it when a Turian gets killed by a horrible spiky monster?
Friendly fire. Come on, that one goes back to Shang-Chi.
You gotta respect the classics.
How many humans does it take to activate a dormant mass relay?
602. 600 to vote on it, 1 to ask the Asari for technical help, and 1 to request a seat on the council afterward. How do you know when a Turian's out of ammo?
He switches to the stick up his ass as a backup weapon. Why does the Alliance hire pilots with brittle bone disease?
You're shitting me. The Turian military has one about me?
Oh, absolutely. I heard it myself from a private back on Palaven.
All right, why does the Alliance hire pilots with brittle bone disease?
So their Marines can beat someone in hand-to-hand drills.
Damn, you need to tell James that one. Hey, what's the hardest part about treating a Turian who took a rocket to one side of his face?
Figuring out which side took the rocket.
Yeah.
Never thought I'd see the Krogan and the Turians team up. Even the Reapers have to be a little nervous about pissing them off.
Yeah.
I'd say more than a little.
I'm sorry about Morden.
He was a good man.
He was.
Yeah, he was always running those tests. And one time he tagged me in the middle of the night to ask how many livers humans had. And this bump on my elbow? He said it was just a mild bone deformation, but I'm pretty sure he stuck a probe in there.
Glad it was just your elbow.
I always thought he was crazy. Useful, but crazy. Then he gives up his own life.
To save the Krogan. Doesn't do much to disprove the crazy theory, huh?
No.
I guess not.
Yeah.
But he was one of ours.
He was.
So now that we got the Krogan and the Turians, what now?
The Krogan help us turn the tide on Palaven. They can shoot at something useful for a change.
Dig till we hit daylight, huh? Works for me.
So how does it feel knowing Krogan will be singing songs about you until the end of time? I'd think it would be an honor.
Yeah.
There's enough misery in this universe.
It feels
It's
good.
nice to see something go right for a change.
Can't say I've ever really witnessed history in the making like this. Well, except for Sovereign attacking the Citadel, and then there was the Collector base, but this one felt good.
It does.
And let's hope Rex keeps running the show on Tuchanka. Maybe we should hire a food taster for him.
Yeah.
Imagine the carnage if someone like that brother of his, Reeve, took over.
It could happen.
I know, it's a chance we have to take, but I have to say, if it wasn't my own world that needed the help, I might have taken that Solarian deal.
I could never bring myself to do that, no matter what I was offered.
I admire your restraint, Shepard. It's nice when we can save the galaxy without destroying another race along the way.
You stop betraying
Let's
our
hope our luck
allies.
holds.
It becomes a free-for-all.
I wonder where all the Krogan will live now. I've never seen what you'd call a house on Tuchanka.
Commander?
Well, that's gonna be doing it then. Thank you all so much for watching. See you next time when we head for the Citadel to talk to the council, the Solarian Councilor. Valen, that's his name. Councilor Valen. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see y'all then.